we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Creative Oasis live, coming to you from Gardnerville, Nevada, which is by Lake Tahoe, Carson City, Reno area, Northern Nevada. Northern Nevada. Everybody always thinks we're right next to Las Vegas, but we're not. It's like a 7-hour drive.
7.5 if you go ride the speed limits.
Yeah, okay. Could be 6.5-hour drive. Anyhow, we have a lot to bring to you today. We've got a lot of Alexander Henry. We're going to talk about some classes and different things going on. If you haven't joined Victor's Monday afternoon classes, I suggest, even if you want to just do it once, just to try it out. It seems like the people who have done it just keep signing up for it. It's pretty fun. And he teaches us a new technique every week. He teaches us new techniques. This past Monday we did bowls. We made a fabric bowl, which was super fun. Although I didn't take it serious, so I didn't make one, but I wish I had, because Carolyn was able to whip out 2 of them. They're very quick and easy. So I strongly suggest you always be taking classes, always be learning stuff. So I want to welcome everybody. Hi, Victor and Brenda and Kathleen and Sue and Cindy, Rhonda, Sandy, Anne, welcome, Sharon, Susan. Fran is in Upland, California. Fran, I think you never stay home. But stay tuned, Fran, because you're going to love today, because we've got lots of Frida on. So I don't know if you guys know, but Alexander Henry, the company, has shut down permanently as of this weekend. So we did not get any advance notice. They just posted it on Facebook. And for any of you who have been in the industry for any length of time, I've been in the industry for about 35 years. Alexander Henry was like one of the most unique fabric companies around. They really went out on a limb to bring us comical, out of the box kinds of fabrics, which was fabulous. So they're really, really going to be missed. I'm hoping that in the scheme of things, once things settle down, that the kids pass the company on to another company if they don't want to run it, because it will be really, really missed if we can never get Gasly's again. Gasly's are my favorite. They have such a great story to tell. So as Victor just posted, please share this on all of your guilds and groups and feeds and all that good stuff. We love it when you share, because that just helps us to be able to keep doing this nonsense. So welcome. If you're new to watching and you need to register, you can give us a call and we can get your information. We need to know where to ship it, how you want to pay for it, that kind of good stuff. But all you have to do, it's super simple. We're going to show you items. So for the next 2 hours, we're going to show you a bunch of items. Everything has a special number on it. S is you committing to buying it. So if you just want to say 02 is really pretty, just put 02 is really pretty. Once you put the S, you're committing to buying it. So S02 is $10. You can put S02 and then you can put 10 if you want 10 of them, or 1 if you want 1 of them. So we have some things we're going to have very limited, especially the Alexander Henry fabrics, as we have been selling them like crazy since Sunday. That's all I've been doing is cutting orders. And I will say, the people in Victor's class kind of got a jump start. They spent a lot of the class having me show them all the fabrics and ordering the fabrics in class. So that is a perk of being dialed into the direct line of Fabric Chicks. So here's our first item. S02 is $10. This is a Riley Blake panel. It's a cheater panel. Well, all panels are cheaters. But if you just stitch in the ditch along here, it's going to look like you quilted this flag yourself. It's great to put on a banner or the center of a quilt or hang it outside. S02 is $10. It's normally $14.99, so that's a good price. And remember, if you share, Victor keeps track of all those names so that we can put them into a drawing. S02 is $10. S02 is $10. And we do have throughout this show, we have some, oh, I forgot to send out the text. It's been pretty crazy here. So this is, throughout the show, we're going to have some freebies. So this is a freebie. Here, Doris, you want to pick a lucky name out of the bucket. Brenda Yagi, are you here? Brenda Yagi, are you here? So if you were not the lucky winner and you want to purchase this, S04 is $9 for this panel. S04 is $9, and we have enough for all of you.
She's here.
Okay, perfect. Brenda, I'm going to fold this up, keep your name on it so I don't give it away to somebody else on accident. S04 is $9. You can cut these apart and turn them into small little wall hangings, have a vignette of wall hangings. You can cut them apart and log cabin around them to make them into a bigger quilt. There's a lot of options you can do here. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to give, I have to do a little bit of homework here. I'm going to give you these to show, Doris, so that I can send out a text real quick. I totally forgot to do my homework. Okay, hang on a second. I'm in Victor's class, so I was thrilled to get Alexander Henry Fabrics first. I know, Ann, most of the stuff you guys ordered is no longer available through us. We went through so many bolts in the last couple of days.
So we have here the paper. We have Love. So Love is $6. And then the coasters, that's Love is $119, and the coasters are $124. Those are those
and
paper
I think
things.
they have 6 coasters in here.
Yes.
1, 2, yep.
6 coasters and
a container.
then we have 112. It's a, well, guitar strap or whatever. So it's got the 2 hooks on each end, and it's got quite a bit of neat embroidery, and it's nice and thick. So that's 112 for $15. 112.
If you need a new strap for your purse or wallet, it's super cute.
And then we have Curious George. So S01 is $6, is basically Curious George. Every little kid loves Curious George.
That is the truth. And if you do charity quilts, $6, you could probably get, you could literally do 2 baby quilts with that. Just throw in your blender scraps to complete a quilt. Okay, let me see. I'm almost back, girls. Almost back. And gentlemen. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Is that an iron-on sticker that left? No. So
No.
these are little ornaments. They're made out of paper. We have these at Christmas time. But they're just fun little ornaments to give to your kids. Like, I've left it on the rear view mirrors of my kids' cars just so they know their crazy, creepy mom pays attention when I see them out in town. But it's just a fun little, it's kind of like the gum wrappers, how we used to fold them. But you could totally put it on, what?
I'm saying slower.
S119. You could totally stitch them onto, you know I show this as an example all the time, but you could totally stitch it onto your, if you do a quilt kind of crazy like this one with all the embellishments, you could totally stitch that onto there. So you could stitch it onto a tote bag. You could, all kinds of fun things you could do. I mean, the options are truly limitless. S119 is $6. And then the coasters are S124 for $14.95. So if you need a quick gift or a housewarming gift, or you're going to visit your girlfriend at Starbucks, This is just something fun and funky. S124 is $14.95. S24 is $14.95. And then the crocheted belt, it's one of those, you know, you do a crossover body bag for your tote bag. So it's a crocheted cross-body tote bag or purse handle.
Or a guitar strap.
Or,
if you have.
yes.
It's big enough for that.
S112 is $15. S112 is $15. I have that love. It hangs on my lamp. I want it as an awesome giveaway. Oh, perfect, Charity. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we have, I'm going to give it a few minutes because I just sent out the text to remind people. Yes, Kathleen, the coasters are just like the baskets that we had at Christmas time. And then we have a couple more items made out of the paper, just because you always need gifts. So we have a cute little peace sign. S114 is $24. S114 is $24. And it is about 9 inches round, and 1.5 inches thick. So if you've got somebody in your life who loves peace, which should be all of us, S114 is $24. Stephanie, we are always getting new stuff. No, Joseph Belfield, we totally will have fabric by the yard. As you can see behind here, we've got bolts, we've got collections. Today we kind of focused on Alexander Henry just because it's going so fast. I've shipped it to Ireland. I've shipped it all over in the last 3 days. So I always like to reward our loyal customers. So I've got it all. We went through the shop, pulled what's left, and we've got that here. So that'll be by the yard in a minute. I'm just giving people a minute because I didn't send the text out on time to remind them. And I know life gets busy. So we're just going to go through this stuff for a quick minute until we, and then we'll get to the bolts. So we have a cute little purse, and it's made out of the gum wrappers also. But this would also be fun to put your craft projects in. And it does have a zipper. So if you need a little evening bag and you want it to be kind of boho-y, funky, and cute, S105 is $36. S105 is $36. Hey, Cynthia, welcome back. Okay. Oh, Sandy forgot. Is Roger doing overtime tonight show as he has Monday off for a holiday? Victor, you know better. You know better. Okay, we have 2 more of the paper crafts before we move on. S118 is $7. It's a super cute little angel. So a little angel. It's out of the paper crafts. They come already made, already finished. Glad you're back too. Okay, so S118 is $7. And then I only have one of these. It's buried here. I only have one of these. So if you're new to watching, all you have to do is type in what S is you committing to buying it. S is you committing to buying it. And then the number. So this is S03 for $42. So this would make a really good addition to anybody's kind of artsy house. It is all the paper rolled. S03, $42. It's a vase. S03 is $42, and we only have one of those. So cute little gifty items. You've always got graduations, baby showers. You're going to somebody's house for dinner and you want to take a cute little gift. Most of us don't have time. I love when I invite Phyllis over for dinner because she always brings me a homemade, handmade gift. I love it. But yeah, I don't have that kind of time in my life. So if you invite me over to dinner, you're probably going to get an angel. S118 for $7 is the angel, and S03 is this fabulous vase. Okay, so this is part of the problem. Joseph Belfield, is that we always put the little stuff on top of the bolts, so getting to the bolts is sometimes an issue. I don't even know where to put stuff to get to it. Okay. So we do have, I only have one of these kits left, one of these panels left. It makes the 3 bibs. And then there's these circles. You could turn them into pillows. We turned them into a cute little banner for a little baby room. Hey Susan, how are you? I know, Fran, it was so interesting. I had to get it. I might have to put it in my house. Okay, so we only have one of these panels left. It is cut crooked, but none of the design is missing. So you're not missing any of the design, but it just goes to the first person who types in. It is S108 for $8. S108 for $8. Okay, Susan, that's a given, okay? I don't go anywhere if I can't bring liquor. That's a given. Okay. We have this cute
People
little.
think you're an alcoholic.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree now, does it? Okay, so we have a cute little panel. I put Minky on the back and then just pulled the Minky over to the edge. So when the kids are grabbing it, it's super soft. So this is our little Western baby panel. And I have quilted it with horseshoes, as you can see.
I didn't get the full picture, but you got a panel.
I've got the panel. Yeah. S106 is $14. S106 is $14 for the panel. Super vintagey and adorable. I wish they had done a girl, but I never did find the girl. So you could, if you're having a baby boy, you could you could cover this up and then applique it with your baby's name. Or if your baby isn't born yet, you could just name him Eddie. And then if you want the luxury Minky that we put on the back of ours and the panel, so the Minky and the panel is S107 for $36. S107 for $36, and that is this fun Minky. S107 is for the Minky and the panel. S106 for $14 is just the panel. And then I want to let you know we do have Victor is teaching the folded star table topper. So we've got the folded star table topper. And then we also have the pot holder. So in the class that he's teaching, you can do any of those projects. And that class, if you want to take that class, just type in that you want the class. It is June 18th from 4 to 6. June 18th from 4 to 6 Pacific Standard Time. And then also you'll start it on the 18th, and then you'll have some busy work ironing and folding all of your prairie points. And then it will also be on October 22nd from 10 to 2. So it's basically a 6-hour plus class, because I've never seen a Victor class end on time. So $45. So if you want the table topper class, just type in table topper and we'll get you into the class. These are what you're going to need for that. You're going to need So this is if you want to make the round pot holder. So like the square, but round. S1061 is $12. S1061 is $12. If you want to do the square one, S1041 is $12. And that has the pattern plus one interfacing. So you need the interfacing, the interfacing is going to tell you where to lay it. So you get the pattern plus one interfacing for $12. S1041 is for the square. 1061 is the circle pot holder. Or, I mean, you could make it into a mug rug if you wanted. And then if you want the template so you can make more, this is a 3-pack and you can do the circle or you can do the square. So S1051 is the interfacing 3-pack for $6.50. S1051. And then if you want to do the table topper, the pattern plus 1 interfacing. So this is all you need for the class is S1081 for $16. S1081 for $16. And then if you want the refill so you can make more of them, S1071 is $24. And the class again is the 18th of June from 4 to 6 p.m. And then June 22nd from 10 to 2. You will need, if you're doing these, you'll need some type of a glue stick. So we do have Roxanne's glue sticks, S1011 for $8. S1011 for $8. And then we have the one I call the mascara tube. Dip and Dab S1031 is $5.99. Hey, Riri, how are you? Riri, don't give up on me. I have not forgotten about you. You were on my list today, but I did not get my list done. Okay. So many things came. You know what is really throwing me behind is all the Alexander Henry orders. Like literally, I cut Alexander Henry most of today. I did not do any of my work. Okay, let's see. So we have, I guess I'll just start with the Alexander Henry bolts. If you're not familiar with Alexander Henry, they have a quirky sense of humor. So the Gasleys are super fun, but you'll see they're kind of like, they kind of remind me of the Monsters. So they do a lot of Day of the Dead stuff. So we've got Frida here, S104 is $14.99 a yard. $14.99 a yard. And this is what this bolt looks like. I think, yeah, that's the repeat. S104 is $14.99 a yard. Do we need to wait till Pacific Standard Time? November through March. Yes. I would say so, Tina. I think we should get rid of the time changes.
Here.
Because I'm just a blonde. I can't keep track of it. Okay, S104 is $14.99 a yard. And if you're on the fence about any of the Alexander Henry fabrics, I would not wait because we literally went through like 15-yard bolts today. I had some bolts, the Gasly Crafts. We had 2 and 3 bolts of the Gasly Craft, and they're pretty much, I think one bolt has like a yard left. Okay, here is another one. I just took the number off
and put it
I
up there.
I can't talk and I can't do 2 things at once. So this is S103. It's got a pale pink background. S103. They kind of all have to be opened up because there's so much going on. But you can fussy cut this. You can collage it. I talked to Connie Wiggins this morning, and when she comes for the mini retreat in August, she's going to make Virginia Robertson's long vest and collage it all out of Alexander Henry fabric. So I think that's going to be fun to watch it come to life. S103 is the pinky background, $14.99 a yard. And then this is just a fun floral fabric. S97 is $14.99 a yard. S97. And I think that's where it repeats. Yeah. S97. S97. Hey, Miss Barbara, how are you? It's good to see you. It kind of scares me with skulls. Oh my gosh. Judy, you're going to have to embrace the Day of the Dead. It's super fun. It is like a one big party, and you know how we love a party. This one I have 2 1 yards left and 2 1/2 yards left. So make sure you let us know what you want. S95. S95. It's kind of a little scene with Frida and the horse, folkloric. S95. S95. It's kind of a big print. And they were kind of in order with their collections, but I had to keep cutting all day. S20. S20, there's not much of this left. A couple yards maybe. S20. And then S27. And we do have this one in different colorways. S27. Victor, how much of 95 do you want? Do you want 1 yard, 1/2 yard? Let me know. Terracotta, I'm so excited that I'm so excited to actually meet you in person. Okay, let's see here. It's kind of like everything's gonna fall. And then I found some things that we're gonna do auction style because I only had one of them. Here is a Virginia Robertson doll pattern for Frida. She's very delicate. I would say she is not a beginner doll because look at how fine-tuned her hands are. But absolutely gorgeous. And if you want to do a class on this, I'm pretty sure we could talk Virginia into doing that. But if you want the pattern, S123 is $12.95. S123 is $12.95 for the Frida pattern. I am old and cranky. Terracotta, that's okay. I'm used to you girls. I'm surrounded by you girls.
You'll fit in just fine.
Yeah, you'll fit in just fine. Just fine. It was funny because we had there was a total of 40 of us at the retreat, and they only gave us one handicap room. So I called them and I said, I have 4 ladies on walkers. I am gonna need more than one handicap room. So she's like, well, it's kind of a quandary because the handicap rooms are on the other side of the building. I'm like, so, like, how does that, that doesn't work for me. Like, literally, like, we're going to put the handicap people on the far end of the building and when we're way over here. So she says, well, I do have a solution. I have 4 shower chairs and 4 toilet seat risers. So I said, I'll take it. So I'm used to you old and cranky women. You're the best because you have the best life stories. Okay, let's see.
How much of 97 does Diana Hamilton want?
Diana, how much of 97 do you want? S97. Diana, how much of S97 do you want? Okay, so we have S. Do I need to give you a minute? I could do some auctions.
Yeah, do one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do an auction, girls, ladies, and gentlemen. This is an Alexander Henry piece. It's almost 2 yards. It's like 1 7/8 yards. S601 is almost 2 yards. We're starting it at $24. It's just a fabulous repeat. You girls are lucky that show me it. Okay, it was 97.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. Oh, S97 is this one with the floral, Diana. The big flower print, S97.
And Victor hasn't responded
Okay. The third weekend, Judy, but make sure I will write you down. But I think you might be it for the August retreat. I have to confirm with everybody because everybody who was in the last mini retreat said they were coming to this mini retreat, but sometimes I don't see the dollars, so I'll have to confirm with everybody. But I'm pretty sure we can fit you in, Judy. Okay, S601 is an auction. So if you're new to watching, this is an Alexander Henry print. It's kind of a vintage one. It's a very, very vintage one. Fun. Fun. You could do it vertical or horizontal. S601. The auction is starting at $24. Okay, perfect, Lynn. Phyllis says she's coming too because we're all staying at her house. S601, the auction is starting at $24. It's 1 7/8 yard. 1 7/8 yard. That's just a good blender to put into. Judy, you don't have to worry about it. I know if you say you're coming, I'm taking your word for it. S601, the auction is starting at $24. $24 for that piece. And then I have, these were some random ones. S591 is an auction. So if you're new to watching, you type in what you want to pay for it and hope nobody else wants to pay more. Sometimes it gets ridiculous around here. I only had one fat quarter of this. This is like the Day of the Dead party. To me, it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. One fat quarter of that left. We have a fat quarter of the flowers we just showed. A half yard of this one. I thought we didn't have this one anymore, but then Roger was hiding the bolts in the back room. So that's why this one got put in here. So a half yard, 2 fat quarters. And then this is a half yard, but it's the last piece of this. I almost kept it for myself. It's been really hard. Every time I cut a bolt for a customer, I've been keeping a yard for myself. So this is a half yard of this one left. And the auction, so you have 2 half yards and 2 fat quarters. S591 is at, we're just going to start it at $25. 591 is at $25 for the 2 fat quarters. You want me to put it over here so you can see it?
So they can see it.
2 fat quarters and 2 half yards. S591. Okay. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to go in the order that Phyllis is writing these orders down because some of them are limited. So hopefully you get what you're asking for, but some of them we are extremely limited. S601 is almost 2 yards. It's like a yard and 7/8. It is at $27. S601 for the vibrant teals and oranges. The color is so rich. S601 is at $27. S591 is at $25. And S591 is at $25. S601 for the grass. It looks to me like grass or weeds.
It's like water grass.
Well, yeah, and you could put it vertical, but you also could put it horizontal. So you've got 2 really good looks there.
That's more understanding in the camera.
Yeah.
S601 is at $27. S601 is at $27. And remember, this is what we're doing right now is an auction. We're going to get that closed up because we got lots to cover today. If you're new to watching and you have any questions, you can type your questions in and we'll answer them for you. All you have to do is type S. S is you committing to buying it, and then the number and how much you want of it. 591 is going to Miss Mary Ellen. Hey, how are you? How's, what's her name? Okay, Mary.
Okay, put up.
Okay. It's good to see you, Mary. S601. Oh yeah, Atlas. I couldn't remember her damn name. It's like she changes it every time I see her. Whether she likes it or not, she changes it. Okay, S23 is the suitcases. We do not have very much of that left. We might have a couple of half yards in the shop. S23, it's a lavender background with 601 is at $28. I'm gonna give you guys like literally, I'm gonna set my timer for today's auctions because we don't have a lot of time. Except for my battery's gonna die. Well, if you know me, you know that's just my life. Okay, stopwatch. Okay, we're gonna timer. Okay, I'm gonna get everything to 1 minute. Okay, so for now on, so get your final bids in. This one we're gonna let go for a second. S23 is the suitcases. There's literally very little of that left. S22 is the tulips. There's quite a bit of this left. S22, S23, show much.
That's the suitcases.
This is the suitcases. So the Gasleys, there was a whole travel line, but the travel line, Stephanie got the last half yard of it during Victor's class. S23, it's just a bunch of suitcases. And you guys are going to love it. When Mario was here on Monday, I ordered a whole travel collection. I love it. It's so cute. S23, $14.99 a yard. S22 is for the tulips on the black background, tulips. I know, Christy, but it's so hard. I can only do so many things at a time. Okay, so S601 right now is at $28. Get your final bids in. We're going to close that up. S22 is for the tulips, and S23 is for the suitcases. Okay, S601 is going to Rhonda for $28.
Look at it again.
Oh, Evelyn just put in $29. Girls, do not wait till the last minute. How many times did I tell you this? Okay, I'm literally setting the watch. Okay. Okay. 40. Oh, it says 49 minutes.
Didn't go off.
Okay, hang on a second.
It's 30.
Okay, it's at 30. Barbara's at 30. Okay, 1 minute preset. Okay. Okay, this one I have to stop that one. I don't even know what that is. Okay, we're at 55 seconds for S601. 51. Here, Roger's going to keep track of that so he can let us know when it goes off. Okay, here is a special. These are pumpkins, $10 a yard, and I have like 3 yards, 4 yards, I don't know. One is a pre-cut, so we have 2 yards there. So S71 is $10 a yard. It's Alexander Henry pumpkins on blue background, so they're gray kind of silhouettes of pumpkins. S71 is at $10. S71. I'm not sure what is auctioning and what is by the yard. I want the suitcase. Okay, Judy, you have the suitcases. The only thing auctioning right now is S601, the weeds. You can never have too many grasses in your collection. It's absolutely like the more I see it on camera, the more I wish I had kept it. Okay, the timer's going off. Let's see. Phyllis, who's the last person on there?
For 601.
Barbara
is-
Harmon.
Barbara Harmon. Oh, Rhonda, you were 1 second too late. The timer's already up. I hate to lose $1. Oh, girls, you're going to have to get quicker. You can always go more than $1 if you want. If you really want something, put in as much as you're willing to pay for it, okay? Because I would love a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, like I did at the dinner.
Yeah, you just jumped up, and what are you gonna do with that? You must have been drinking.
No, I'm gonna hang it up on my wall.
Okay. You cannot let Roger and I go to auctions because we're kind of like you girls. If we put a bid on something, I can guarantee you we're going home with it, and we don't care what it costs. Okay, S71 is the blue background with the gray pumpkins. S71, $10 a yard. This is one of your specials today, $10 a yard. S71, $10 a yard. I definitely hate to lose. That is a true statement. S71 is $10 a yard. We have about 4 yards left of that. S71. It would be a fun background for a Halloween scene. S71 is $10 a yard. And then we did this collection. I only have 4 of these collections. So if you want it, make sure you grab it. It is S029, 4 1-yard pieces for $48, 4 half yards for $24, 4 fat quarters for $15. And we do fat quarters are always cost more than regular. I know it seems like it should just be half and half and half, but fat quarters are always more because they're so labor intense. If you think that it doesn't take a lot of time to cut fat quarters, you can always come here and take a class on cutting fat quarters, and you will see how time consuming it is. So no matter where you go, fat quarters always cost more than yards and half yards. So S029 is for the collection. We have 4 of those collections. S029, they're kind of the blenders of Alexander Henry. And then we have S25 for the green background and I don't know what kind of flowers those are. And
I think they're supposed to be tulips.
Yeah.
oh, well, it doesn't matter.
They do go both ways, don't they? That's confusing.
Okay. And then S26 is, we don't have the rest of the collection, but if you have any of their collection, this goes with quite a few of them. Tulips, Christy says. S26 is for the packed flowers. It's just a good blender, Alexander Henry blender. If you've seen Alexander Henry for any length of time, you know that they do like 2 colorways, maybe 3 colorways. Everything is in 3 colorways, so everything goes together. This is a fun geometric one. We had a tote bag out of this at one point. S28, $14 a yard. So these 2 we did at $14 a yard. The blue background and the blue and gray. S11 is for the blue tulips. S11 is the blue tulips. And then S28 is the geometric. Okay, Stephanie, that's a good thing because we scheduled it around you. Hey, Miss Donna, welcome. S28. Donna, you better get your Alexander Henry in now because it is going super, super fast. Here's another one that is just kind of a blender. So we've got it at $14 a yard. S12 is for what they called bramble, and there is not very much of it left, but it kind of, as you can see, like when you put it next to these 4 fabrics, it pulls in the grays that they use. So all of their fabrics kind of go together. Connie Wiggins getting Alex. Stephanie, you do not even want to see Miss Wiggins' piles.
Not one.
No, I probably was cutting fabric for her for a good 2 hours today. Alexander Henry is the company. Alexander Henry is the name of the company, and the dad, the owner, the founder, he passed away, and the kids who've worked there for I can remember them. They're 35 years. They want to move on and do other things with their lives. So So it's kind of a shock that the whole company is just closing. They did this weekend. I got an email for wholesale orders, and I placed it on Monday because I thought, oh, I can wait till Monday because Mario's going to be here and he's my rep for Alexander Henry. When he printed off what yardage was left, there was basically nothing left. Okay, here's a fun one. This is from their Haunted Mansion line. It's a big print. Miss Mary, you might need to get Miss Atlas some of this because she was looking at it at the retreat, and then I think she didn't get it because she'd already spent her budget. Hey Kim, how are you? S09 is the Haunted Mansion. You definitely have to have a twisted sense of humor to love Alexander Henry. But I do. It's one of those things. Let's see. The zombie, I never got into the zombies, but I don't love zombies in real life. S14 is the zombies. So if you know anybody who loves zombies, like Gracie would love this. They're kind of like the vampires of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
All the vampire love stories
They
and
call it brain something. Okay.
well, probably because they're all holding brains. Wow. I never was into the vampire, zombie, apocalypse, anything like that. But they would be fun little creatures to cut out and put on like trick or treat bags for teenagers. S14, or like maybe Gracie had such a crush on all the vampires for so long that like this would have been a good pillowcase for her. S14, S14 for brains, S14. And then this is just a great blender, S10. Just one of their good blenders that goes pretty much with anything. And I know, Donna, it's super sad. Judy, you definitely are not that twisted. It's a wonder you can put up with us. S10. And then this one we have very limited amounts left of it. S15 is what we call the faces. S15 is what we call the faces. I probably should have held on to this one because we could sell fat quarters for like $30 at this point. S15 is for the faces. S15. Thank you, Judy. S15 is for the faces. These are, if you're not familiar with the Alexander Henry Company, these are the Gasleys. Kind of, it's a whole fun story of craziness. S15. We did a quilt not too long ago out of the Gasleys. It was a wedding quilt. But honestly, I mean, like at the wedding, they're serving love potion number 9. And then in one of the scenes, I think I might have this. Well, it's an auction. I don't know if this was no, this one's not the wedding one, but it was very similar to this. And in one section, it had like the groom kissing somebody besides his wife. And then so I called it the ex-wedding quilt. But it was super fun. But this one's an auction because I only have a one piece. Miss Wiggins took the rest of it. So I only have one piece of this. S1381 is starting at $18. 1381 is starting at $18. We only have one of these. This is an auction. And this one, we had it in a quilt kit at one point, and we sewed trim in between each of the squares so it looked like it had been pieced. So it's a great cheater print. I mean, just look at their faces. You got to love them.
And like the Venus flytrap.
Yes. I mean, it's priceless. S1381. Some of these I'm going to be really sad that I let them go. So this is an auction. An auction. S1381 is at $18. It looks like, well, here, I probably have it written on here how much it it's 1.33 yards. So $14 48 inches by 44 by 48. 44 by 48. It's an auction. S1381 is at $25. Mary, you know how to do it. Just bump it up. No point going $1 at a time. Okay, I'm setting the alarm right now for this. Hang on, if I can. Oh, it's still 48 minutes. 48 minutes for some alarm. I've turned that alarm off like 7 times. Timers. 1 minute. Okay, I'm setting the alarm for that. S1381 is at $30. 1381 is at $30. S1381. This is an auction. We only have one piece of that left. S1381. And then S15 is for the faces. There's not very much of this. Oh, it's for sure gone. Okay. And then we have the whoa. So if you're new to watching and you want to register, Mary, that's okay. We're glad you joined us. We're doing Alexander Henry because it is literally like we're gonna have none left by tomorrow or the next day. So here is sewing cartoons, vintage sewing cartoons, S18.
No, you're not.
Up, the timer's off. Okay, 1381. Let me turn that off. Who do we have there, Phyllis?
Looks like Christy at 30.
Okay, Christy at $30. Oh, Atlas is gonna be so upset you didn't win it. Oh, Mary went to $40.
Too late.
Mary.
Don't set a timer.
Oh. Okay, Mary. She said can't set the time. Okay. Oh, that's so sad to lose $10. Okay, you girls have to be quicker. Oh, okay. It's killing me. Okay, what's the number here? Let me get back on track. S18. So she will be so sad. Christy says she's not sad though. So Mary Beauty, the designers, most of the Alexander Henry designers were in-house designers and they were mostly family. So I think as a family, they've decided to move on to other things. What I'm hoping, what I think could possibly happen, and I have no idea because I'm just making this up. So out of my mouth with no knowledge of anything anywhere, it seems to me like their designs are so fabulous and we love them so much that it would be beneficial for them to sell the designs to another fabric company. But who knows? So I think it's a possibility that they could come. They could be revived at some point. But for now, no. I think it's done. For the time being, I think it's done. S18 is the cartoons, the tulips on black, S21. Oh, Charity said she saw Mary's $40 post before you called the time.
It wasn't on mine.
Mm-mm.
Not on
Not on
Phyllis's and not on Roger's. Charity, we've had this discussion before. It has to go by what comes into our building. Although I would agree with you because I would love an extra $10 because that's like 1/10 of a new pair of shoes. Oh, so sad. So sad. Okay, Diana, what are you ordering? S what? S21. S21. Diana, what are you ordering? You just have an S there. Okay. We have these panels. Their S93 is $9.99. We have, this is what I call the fall colorway, S93. You get 3 rows of the heads. And then I have the spring colorway, which is S94. S94 is the spring colorway or summer colorway. S94. And what we did with this panel is right above us, we did this fun pennant banner. So with the two panels, we did the fall colorway here, and then we did the summer colorway on the back. So the fall is on one, the summer is on the other. If you want, if you know you're gonna put this up against a wall, you could make two banners, or you could do anything you want with them. But we turn them into a banner. If you want the kit for the banner, it does not include any of the embellishments that are hanging on the bottom, because that would be too hard for us to do. But we did include the embellishments on the top. So you have the silk ribbon, you have the yarns, you have the rickrack that it's got this fun rickrack that goes through it. Although your rickrack is going to be blue because we ran out of the purple one. We've literally made, I don't even know how many of these banner kits we've made, but hundreds of them. They're one of our best sellers, so it's going to be really sad to lose these. S96 is $34. That includes both panels plus the rickrack to be strung on, the ribbons, the silk ribbons. S96 is $34. S96 is $34. Victor says he did clam up bags with that. So remember that everything we're showing you is limited to what we have in stock. So we will go by the first people that post it. According to Phyllis, we don't care what your computer says, because your computer's always going to say you're the first one to post it. But by the time it gets through the airwaves and it gets to us, who knows what's going on. Okay, S96 is for the banner kit. It includes the two panels and the ribbons on the top. And then if you want just the panels, S94 is for the spring or summer colorway. S93 is the winter colorway or fall colorway. We have, oh look, I liked it so much I did two kits. I don't know how our numbering system gets so off.
rang.
So we have S86 is for this Frida panel. And then I'm going to have Roger get in real close because I have embellished it right here. So I've taken the panel and I've collaged it. I've embellished it. I painted some floral, like leaves from Michael's out of the floral section, those fake flowers. I had a lot of fun just adding a lot of crazy stuff to it. So, and then I printed some sayings like find comfort in the chaos, expect success, embrace failure. It's just a fun, be at peace with the broken pieces. That's kind of, I think, would have been Frida's mantra. If you've never seen the Frida movie, go on Netflix or whatever and watch it. Her life was really pretty incredible. She is a real person. Frida is a real person. So I just collaged the heck out of it.
Yes, Mary.
Okay, so here is the panel, what the panel looked like originally. S86 is $13. S86 is $13. And you can do with it whatever you want. You could turn it into a tote bag. You could turn it into the center of a bigger quilt, or you can just make it into a simple wall hanging. S86. And this tote bag here, thank God we just made kits for it. So this is the tote bag. We have kits left for it. It's the Big Red Bag by Virginia Robertson. So if you already have the Big Red Bag pattern by Virginia Robertson, we can pull that out and we can reduce the price by $12. So this is the fabrics to make this tote bag. S72 is $72 for the fabric to make the tote bag, and there we've got it's lined. This fabric was gone though, so the fabric that is lining it is this coordinating fabric. We have very little, like as in we've gone through 3 bolts of this weekend. S17 is $14.99. It's the Toss Notions. There's very little of that. S17 is $14.99. Oh, if you want the Big Red Tote Bag pattern only, perfect. Mel knows the drill. If you want see something and we don't have it numbered, then just tell us what you want and we'll get it to you. S16 is for the main print. There is not much of this left. These are the Gasleys, so you can kind of see the sense of humor that is the Gasleys, what they're known for. Just fun. I love them. Very quirky. You can collage it. You can do anything you want with it, but there's very little of that left. S16. S16, S17 is the Toss Notions, S72 is the tote bag. The tote bag kit, we do have quite a few left of. This is S24. It's a pretty dark pink background, and then it's got the vines and the gal sitting there holding her shoes. S24. These really would be a fun fabric to collage and create your own fabric with. S24. Oops, there goes my pen. S24 is the dark pink. And then this one I love. I think you need to make a mobile, you know, with these hanging down like a banner, but kind of like just hearts hanging all different. I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one and show you what I'm talking about because I know I'm not explaining it right. But for any of your single friends out there, you know, they all have pin-up calendars. Of course, you could make them a pillowcase out of this. Who wouldn't love that? S13. Hey, Sue, I've been thinking about you. I hope everything went well. S13 is for the Valentine's pinup girls. Very retro-y. Any of your single friends would love a pillowcase out of this. I am definitely going to make
one for your hubby for Valentine's Day.
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't want to
the
sleep
single
on
guys.
this? Okay, don't wait for the single guys. S13 for the pretty little Valentine's pinup girls. Okay, Sue. Uh-oh. All right. Ooh, S77 is a cute little kind of like a cheater print. S77 is a cheater print. You could sew some kind of a trim down the lines and it will look like you pieced it. You could do a lot of artsy stuff with this fabric. A lot of these fabrics I never really looked at because I just always thought they would be here. So now that I've been cutting for all these orders, I wish I had made some kind of a sample out of this one. I love it. S77. And then this one kind of is that same colorway. We're going to have to open that up because you can't see. It's got a beautiful bird on it. S19. And you can see they're all out of order because I literally have been pulling them all day to get the internet orders filled. S19 S19 is the beautiful bird. These would also be fun if you're into doing artsy collages. These would be great birds to cut out. They almost kind of look like turkeys, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could do a very festive Thanksgiving table runner or something with this. S19 is the birds. S77 is the great cheater print. And then we have S76. S76 is another little, like kind of a miniature quilt blocks. Small little quilt blocks. And
That looks so really retro.
yes, it does.
Colors.
And there is another colorway, and I think I have 3 yards of the other colorway, but when I pulled it and I got in here, it was the same one. So I think I pulled the wrong one. I wish I had some of the half-dressed men also, Christy. They remember the cowboys and the firemen. Oh my gosh.
I have an apron of those.
Well, Barbara Harmon, she's on when I stay at her house. The pillowcases on the guest beds are always the half-naked men. Okay, here's skulls from Day of the Dead, kind of on like a black lace fabric. S75 is skulls and spiders. Okay. Didn't you just do these fabrics not that long ago?
2 months ago.
The Frida
Some of
I
them.
haven't done. The
No.
Fridas I haven't done in like 6 months or a year. But the other ones, if they just came in, I did them. But I don't know when we did them.
I mean, that's the only one I recognize. Is
The Valentines?
yeah, the Valentines you did.
Oh, probably
Couple
at
months ago.
Valentine's Day. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we've got an auction because Phyllis needs us to slow down. So we have pre-made dolls. These are the Gasleys. So it's an auction. If you need a gift, Mary, for what's her name? Oh, Miss Atlas. I love that woman. S291. The auction is starting at $15. It's already made. You can just say, "Love, Mom." S291. The auction is starting at $15. S291. The auction is starting at $15 for the 4 pre-made dolls. And we did use upholstery fabrics on the back of them. So they're all different. The Ghastly dolls, put them in a basket. It'll be so cute in her living room. That's true, Judy. Charity needs the turkey for her. You got to put a price, Mary. Gosh, we're going to have to teach you. S291. And go ahead and put whatever price you really would be willing to pay so you don't miss out on accidents. S291 is the 4 finished dolls, the Ghastly family. The Ghastly family. And we're going to just do another auction while we're waiting, just because we want to not overwhelm that flannel. We don't want to Phyllis. Okay, so here is an auction. Okay, we're going to start this auction at $10. So if you're new to watching, a lot of times we do second chance fabrics, which means that it would probably go to the landfill because our thrift stores don't take this, but perfectly good quilt shop quality fabrics. So this, it looks like you have a yard, 1 yard, 2 yards, and then several like half yards, and it might have been used in something at some point. Another yard of this great green, and then 3 fat quarters, 1 yard, 3 fat quarters, quite a bit of little greens, and then we've got some more fat quarters we're going to throw in that auction. So we have S510 starting at $15. 1, 2, 3. You have 3 3 full 1 yards, and then about 12 fat quarters. S510, the auction is starting at $15. It's at $20. Victor just jumped it right up to $20.
Some good shades of green there.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
a
see
good
those.
little. No, this one I like with the
Yeah.
kind of the trees and the snow in the background. Kind of a wintry, snowy tree. But there's probably a yard, probably close to 2 yards of this green tree. A yard of this green one. So great to add to your stash. Build your green collection. S510 is at $30. 510 is at $30. And then the
Where's
Ghastly Dolls, S291. Did your pen die? I think she's quitting. 290. Oh, she's freezing.
Cold. She's
Wait.
getting a quilt to warm up.
We turned on the air conditioner because it was so hot in here. We were having hot flashes and poor Phyllis is freezing. Well, that will teach you to wear sandals to work.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what's cold.
yeah. S291 is the dolls. 291. 291. Mary Ellen for $30. Mary Ellen for $30. Okay. There you go. You can make Atlas happy now. S510 is at $43. S510 for the green colorway is at $43. 1, 2, 3. That's still a really good price. You got some fun greens in there. Rhonda is at $43. All right, I'm going to clean this up while we wait for Phyllis so we still have a ton of Alexander Henry left, I think.
I'm cut up.
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
She can't even talk. She's so cold in here. Mary says no sound. I don't know, Mary. Does anybody else have a problem with their sound? Okay, S75 is the skulls on a lacy background.
Bought it.
Oh, that would help. Rhonda for 43.
Saved you, Rhonda.
I know. You saved me from having to go back and watch this again. Actually, I have to go watch it tonight so that we're ready to start cutting all the fabric tomorrow. And I feel like we're going to have a lot of fabric to cut tomorrow. S75 is the skulls with the lacy background. S75 is the skulls with the lacy background.
What are you saying? Lazy or
Lacy.
lacy?
Lace, doesn't it look lacy to you?
Yes.
It kind of looks like lace. Okay, S75.
Looks like fishnet stockings.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, fishnet stockings for sure. But look at here. Here's like a little bird. You got like little birds, but then little spiders. A lot of times with Alexander Henry, you got to really look at it to see. Okay, and then we have just a great border print. Oh, what was this auction for?
I think that small bag of fabric that you combined.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I put 2 bags together.
Yeah.
Okay, S73 is a great, you could cut this and do borders. It's just a great print. Are we doing applique Saturday? No, it's a holiday weekend, Charity. It's a holiday weekend. Aren't you going out of town? We are doing the next applique club is June 22nd. So June 22nd is the next applique club. If you're new to watching, applique club is free. It's Zoom, or you can come into the shop if you're local. You just have to let me know if you're coming into the shop so we can make sure we clean up for you. But it is free. It's just a fun social hour. If you want, we can show you how to do needle turn applique, or if you need help with steam a seam for fusing, we can do all that fun stuff during applique club. S74 is the Fun Parrots. S70. Yes, Charity, we skipped May. I don't know if you realize how exhausted I look, but Mary Beatty said I needed to take a day for myself that was not between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. or 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's usually when Mary tells me to, do my own thing. No, with the retreat, I have not even unpacked from the retreat. So it's kind of crazy because when we go for a week for a show or a retreat, then when we get back, we have everything that didn't get done the week we were gone, plus everything unloading and putting everything back in the shop and life in general.
She does have 2 tubs empty. I saw that today.
I do. I'm almost done emptying tubs. I have not, I did unpack one sewing machine, but not really my sewing machine. But I unpacked one sewing machine so I had to put the binding on Connie Wiggins' granddaughter's quilt that I had to quilt this weekend. So sorry, no applique club this week. Because it's a holiday. It's a holiday. We have to go do something fun.
It's barbecue weekend.
Oh, Mary, I feel better. Mary says she hasn't put her stuff away either yet. It could be 2:33 to 3:45 a.m. That is my time. I know, Judy, I should. Okay, so this one is not an Alexander Henry, but I think it goes really well with it. So I did it at $10 a yard, S85. So if you need a backing or something, this goes really well with Alexander Henry. This is I know you should have watched it on Monday when it was a lot less expensive. Thank you, Rhonda. It's true. It's true. Summer's already underway. I snuck up last Saturday. I went to the beach with Gracie and her friends. We did have a good time. Okay, S85, $10 a yard. It's a great eggplanty color with that same pink that is in a lot of the Alexander Henry fabrics. So if you need a border or a backing, this one is a great one to add to your stash. Did you say June 22nd, Trusted Treasures and Dollas do when? Hey, Thayla, how are you? Do you have more of the Frida banners we're driving? Yes. Diana, I do have the Frida banners. I have a lot of them. Ew. A Benadryl hangover. Charity, that does not sound like fun. Donna Baker, I have to have the Trash to Treasures before the show. The show, I leave the shop, so I cannot get anything after the Monday the 10th is when I have to have the van loaded because I'm going to Reno Tuesday morning. I'm actually taking a class in Reno. I think 2 of them on Tuesday. So I will be leaving the shop probably at 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning, June 11th, and then setting up the show Wednesday 12th. And the 13th, 14th, and 15th is the show. So that week, so I need it before the 10th. The Trash to Treasures and the doll for the Eleanor Peace Bailey Challenge. I need them before the 10th for sure. Okay, we have a few pieces left. This one I only have a half yard left. So it's to the first person to type it. S84 is $7.50. It is a half yard. S84. And Rhonda got it. Here, do you want to just write that on there so we don't? And then S83, I have a couple of 1 yard and half yard cuts of this one left. S83. And then S82, I have a couple of 1 yard and half yard cuts of that one left also. Oh my gosh, a brace on the broken arm. Those, Stephanie, 82 and 83, 93 What was 93? Are you talking about, Stephanie, are you talking about this? It's 83. S83, but it is in that collection. I think you got a half yard of the collection.
That one is in the
S83,
collection.
S83, and S82. Mary Beatty, Donna Baker, June 22nd is. Why are you, Mary? Why are you asking Donna when Applique Club is? You silly goose. Applique Club is. Hang on a second. Let me get to the right. Applique is the 22nd. And we've got the Victor's Potholder Table Topper class for the Folded Star. It's from 10 to 2. And then we'll probably just go right into Applique Club. Okay. S81 is for the pink background. Stephanie doesn't want 83.
All right.
Or 93. It's in her half yard collection. Okay, S81 is for the Frida Skulls. S81. S82. I don't know. Donna and Mary are having their own conversation. It's so hard to keep up with you girls. S82 is for the taupey background with the pink and peachy flowers, and the peachy background with the gray and tan flowers is S83. The pink skulls with pink background with the Frida and the skulls, S81, S81, and then we only have a few bolts left. S80 is and I was always going to do a banner out of this one, and I never did. Kind of like all you guys can relate with all your UFO projects. My road to hell with good intentions is thoroughly paved. So these are super fun little, I was just going to cut them all out and put them on the heavyweight Temtex. S80, S80, super fun. Oh my gosh, look at his little cowboy boots with little hearts. Super fun. S80. S80. Now I got it on backwards. S80. And then the next one we're going to show you is a heavier weight decorator canvas. It's the cotton canvas. So you can put this like, one of our customers reupholstered a chair with this. S79. S79 is an upholstery weight. June 22nd, I'll be at Reno Rodeo, so I'll see you in July. Okay, well, Charity, I'm not committing to anything that far out. It is not outdoor canvas. I mean, you could put it outdoor, but it will definitely fade. You could spray it with like a Scotch Guard or something that might help it last a little bit, but it's not like Sunbrella. It's not that kind of a texture. It feels like Sunbrella, but I'm sure it's not treated like Sunbrella. S79, make a travel bag from S. Travel bag would be super cute with that. Really, you can't go wrong with it. And then we have a cactus, S78, S78. And then we might, after we get kind of reorganized with Alexander Henry, I might find some half yard randoms we'll bring on next week, but I don't think so. I went through it pretty good. So I think this is pretty much everything. S78 is the fun cactuses. And then Diana, didn't you get all of this yesterday when you were here? And then for those of you who love Day of the Dead and skulls, we do have Minky, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with. Minky is super soft. It is, I put it on the back of pretty much every quilt I make. This one is S92, S92. And it is 60 inches wide, 58 to 60 inches wide. So you just order how much you want. But if you're into the Day of the Dead and skulls and all that fun stuff, this one is one of my favorites. I do have samples, Charity. You just have to come in and look. S92 is $21 a yard. It is 60 inches wide, minky. So I didn't know if you guys might want that for some of the back of your quilts. People are always amazed when they see that we have this fun minky here. And then we have a couple more S91, S91, S91. It's 60 inches, 58 to 60 inches wide. So it goes great on any of these fun quilts if you're making a big quilt. S70, S91, and it's going to be 58 to 60 inches wide. And then we have one more skulls. And we have a new Halloween line in too. S90, S90. So if you're not familiar with minky, it's super soft. The texture is really silky, and I know.
Joyce is petting it.
If you have a texture fetish, you might pet this all day. So don't make a top out of it because people will be petting you. S90, S90, and we do a Christmas prep for 2024 because everybody waits until October or November or December to start thinking about Christmas. So we're trying to get you kind of in the swing of things. So we have this, we're going to offer this as a class for our Christmas prep. We are doing it a week. We usually do it the second week in June and the second week of the month. But we cannot do it the second week of the month because that's the day before I leave for Reno. So we're going to do it the day I come back from Reno because that seems like a much better plan. Like who needs to unload the van? So it's the Christmas prep in June is June 17th from 11 to 1. You can work on anything you want, but if you want, we're going to do this cute little Santa. S08 is $10.50 for the pattern. It does have a pre-printed face in it. And if you order it today, I will throw it's made out of your leftover batting scraps. So if you purchase it today, I'll throw in the batting from my scraps from long arming. So S08 is $10.50. Can you show S92 again? Nothing glows in the dark. Nothing I've shown today glows in the dark, Rhonda. Can you show us 90 register? Register for what, Susan? Susan, you're already registered with us. You're like a family member at this point. S08 is for the St. Nicholas. And we have a group on Facebook. It's called Fabric Chick Stitch Along. You can join that. That's where I post the Zoom links for all of the free classes that we do. So S08, if you want to make the St. Nicholas, you can get the pattern. I'll throw the batting into your box. So you'll be all ready to just sew it up. This literally, I used the gnome hair for his beard. It literally took me probably about 20 minutes to sew this up. So cute little gifty items, S08, and then and that's a free Zoom on June 17th from 11 to 1. And then S92 is this one, Jenny. S92 is this one.
Especially under the bed.
I can sell you if you need the gnome hair, I want to say it's like $4 or $6 for like a big thing. It will make several mini dolls. So if you want the gnome hair, just put you want gnome hair and I'll throw it in your box. Not S51. Connie does not want the St. Nicholas. Okay. It's so hard to keep up with you girls. Okay, so I have S87 is a felt Day of the Dead banner. So I have not made it yet. I have cut it out probably a year ago. Still have not made it. It's in my to-do list. So this is what the panel's going to look like. I guess we could open it and show you It does not open. Okay. Here. This one, we're gonna do a raffle on this one. Because I'm opening it to show you guys. So it's a felt. How much fabric for a large twin quilt? Well, it's 60 inches wide. So you can't really, you could piece it, Mary, if you wanted to piece it. You could definitely piece it. It's going to be 60 by, if you got 2.5 yards, that'd be 60 by 90. That would be the top of a twin bed. It would even hang over a little bit. Okay, this is what the felt spanner, this is what it looks like. I didn't finish it because, of course, I'm bedazzling it. This is what they did with it here. They turned it into these into a pennant banner, and then these other ones they turned into like a little project. So this is $12 S87. S87 is $12 for the felt pennant banner. And then I have Linda ABC won this one that we opened out of the box. So Linda, are you here? Clear out. I want the S08 for Christmas class. Oh gosh, now I have no idea what Connie Kaufman wants. You'll have to reread that.
She wanted her way. Does that clear out mean cancel?
So Connie, just clarify for us because we're blondes. You do want SO8 or you don't want SO8?
Yes or no?
Judy, what are you frustrated about? What is Judy frustrated about?
My job would be frustrated.
Phyllis says you can't be frustrated unless you're doing what she's doing. I'm not sure. Susan wants to register. Oh, that was Susan's watching 2 lives at once. Okay, let's see. I can't keep up with you girls. What about the rest of the fabrics like the hair for, okay, we got that one. We got gnome hair, okay. I don't know, Judy, I don't know what we frustrated you with. Felt banner is cute. It is super cute. My computer messed up the sound. I had to shut down and back on. Oh, her buffering is frustrating her. Well, I'm glad it wasn't me. Okay, Linda ABC, I haven't heard. She hasn't said she's on, so let's see what else, who else. So if you want the felt pennant banner, it's S87 for $12. S87 for $12. And if Suzette Aropkin is watching, she's the winner of this one. Suzette, we're going to give you like 5 seconds to respond. Suzette is the winner of this one. S87 is $12. This is the one you could give the kids to cut out. It's just a fun little decoration. S87 is $12. Suzette's the winner. If you want to make a Day of the Dead pillowcase, we did do, this is Riley Blake, not Alexander Henry, but we did, the cuff is Alexander Henry. So if you want a Day of the Dead pillowcase, we've got the kits, we've got the instructions here for you. S88 is $14. S88 is $14. It's horrible to RV Camp and Fabric Chicks at the same time. I know. Just imagine how hard it is to be Phyllis. Look at Phyllis.
Sit under the bed.
Oh, I'm so hot in here. Suzette. I haven't seen Suzette yet. Okay, let's pick another one. S87. If you want to buy the felt, Phyllis, you want this?
What's that?
The thing we've been giving away for the last 5 minutes.
I can't pay attention to what you've given away. No, thank you.
Oh, Christy says she used to freeze here too. Phyllis says Cowboy Eddie. Jennifer Evans, are you on? Jennifer Evans, we're going to give you a second to respond. Oh my goodness, are you really that cold? I think she could be.
It is cool out there. It's pretty warm in here.
Well, I'm sitting under a vent.
There's no vents in this little room.
There it is, right
It's
there.
right there. It has to be blocked.
Maybe we should clean it because I did not feel anything.
It's not open.
Well, maybe we should open it and then I wouldn't be so damn hot.
Well, duh.
Okay, so Jennifer Evans did not respond. Let's find another. Who wants this? Obviously, nobody. Okay. Whoa. Okay. S88, Lupita. Is Lupita on? S88 is for the pillowcase, the Day of the Dead pillowcase. S88. And then we have some trims. Well, we're trying to find a winner for this. Get Phyllis a tall mocha.
Roger open event. My goodness.
Okay, so is Lupita here? Okay, the next one we have Connie Kaufman. Connie Kaufman, do you want the Day of the? I don't think she likes Day of the Dead, but we'll see.
There's two people said I love it or I want it.
Okay, well, hopefully your guys' name's in here. You haven't been chosen yet. You are not one of the chosen ones yet. I got Connie Kaufman. Connie Kaufman. So if you aren't a lucky winner and you want to buy it, it's S87 for $12. Right now we got Connie Kaufman. Connie Kaufman. So we have a fabulous, beautiful embroidered here. I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys can get closer. Oh, she's taking it. Connie, you're not supposed to tell me that you're going to give it away to somebody else. Okay. Connie, do you want me to put it in Diana's basket? Okay. I knew you wouldn't want it, Connie, but I guess I'm going to pretend like I don't know you're giving it away. Okay, S111 is $6.50 a yard. S111 is $6.50 a yard. It's a fabulous embroidered trim. It's beautiful lace. It is about 3 inches from the tip of the heart to the tip of the top to the bottom. It's about 3 inches. S111 is $6.50 a yard. $6.50 a yard. S111. S111 is $6.50 a yard. And we have a few more Day of the Dead items. So if you want a, this is diamond art. It's super easy to put on. It's kind of like paint by number. So the beads are all marked, color coordinated. You put it where it goes. The background's sticky, and then it's a journal inside. So if you want S122 is the Day of the Dead journal. And if we're trying to show you a lot of gifty Christmas items, because if you start stocking up now, it's not going to hurt so bad in 6 months when you got to do your main Christmas shopping. So S122 is for the Day of the Dead journal. And then this is a cute little wall hanging. You could frame this. We put it on one of those painter's canvases. You get at Michael's real cheap. S121 is $25 for the kit. It does come with a mat board so that it will fit a regular size frame. So you don't have to pay for custom framing. That's the beauty of all of Amy's stuff is you don't have to pay for oh, look, that 43-minute one finally ended. Oh my gosh. I've turned it off like 17 times. I don't even know what button to push. S121 is the Day of the Dead skulls. Okay. So let's see. We have a couple more trims. If you want to bedazzle your Frida panel like I did, these would be great for that. This is a fringe trim, S116. S116, they come in, it's $8 for the 2 yards. So they come in 2-yard put-ups, and it's $8 for the 2 yards. S116 is $8 for the 2 yards. S116. S116 is $8. It's a fun, funky, fringy trim. It's really hard to find good fringy trims. And then this is a super cute, delicate little, kind of a little rosebud. S102 is $2.60 a yard. S102 is $2.60 a yard. S102. You can cut these little buds apart, or you can use them like on a border. There's a lot of different things you can use them on. S102 is $2.60 a yard. And then we have one more trim. S110 is $6 for the piece. S110 is $6 for the piece. S110 is $6 for the piece. It's really beautiful. And then we have
They're gonna ask how long is it?
It's 30
They're-
inches.
all different sizes. Some of them were 30 inches, some of them were 34 inches. So just the piece, you just have to be happy with what you get. S110 for the piece, somewhere between 30 and 36 inches. On our invoice, it says they're all 36 inches, but they are not. So S115 is for two cute little bird appliques. S115 is $6 for two cute little bird appliques, embroidered birds. And I think they do have fusible on the back, but I would stitch them down in addition. So if you just want a little bit of something extra, S115 is $6 for two cute little birds. And then I know this is crazy, but I love these little jewels. These little brooches, they're kind of vintage looking, and I think they'd be fun to put on tote bags or embellish wall quilts. So we had a beautiful butterfly last week, and then this week we have S101 for $15. S101 is for $15. If you need a Mother's Day gift, just so you can get kind of an idea of the size of it, S101 is $15.
Mother's Day's already passed.
Well,
Next year?
yeah, for whenever. It says it's a man's brooch, but I really don't know. Yeah, when I bought it on the invoice, it says it's a man's brooch, but I don't really know any man that would wear this. But I love it. S101 is $15. S101 is $15. And I found some, like a whole bag of these.
Well, it says 15, but it looks like 5 on the camera.
Oh,
I'm a little behind.
okay. All right, we're gonna do an auction while we wait for Phyllis. Oh, we can do some giveaways while we wait for Phyllis to catch up. Okay, we got some Frida Rick Rack. Here's the names. Frida Rick Rack. It would be super cute on a hat. Great for ornaments on a Christmas tree for sure.
Brenda, yeah.
Brenda, yeah. Oh, she won before. So in this bucket is
The share and
the share and the retreat. So you never know why we're going to put names in the bucket, because we never know. So if you share, you definitely get entered into different drawings. If you make purchases, you get into different drawings, but you do have to be present to win. Brenda says she's still here. Susan,
Pick your Susan.
Susan. Well, it's green. Retreat people were green.
Yeah.
So it's the new Susan from the retreat. Are you watching, new Susan? New Susan. That's what I'm gonna name her. We have too many Susans. Like Suzette wants to change her name to Sue, and I'm like, you have to be Suzette forever, because that's how I can differentiate you guys. Judy says she's still here. Okay, I don't think Susan is here. Brenda's here. What are we drawing for?
I don't know. You haven't pulled it out yet.
Oh, hang on a second. Okay, we have a quarter yard or a fat quarter of fabric. Oh, it looks like a half yard maybe of horses. A half yard of horses. I have Beverly Ann. Oh, here, we've got a bunch of these lights. So these lights, I bought them to decorate that Christmas tree panel, but they're too big. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. I've got Sandy Santos, Julie Atlas. Oh my gosh, is Julie Atlas here? Sue Coe, Carolyn Gavrinich, and Susan hasn't responded. You had me at horses. Go ahead and send them. Okay, Donna. As soon as I have 5 seconds, I'm going to send out everybody's boxes. Susan is not here. Okay, so
I
I've
have
got
5 names for your lights.
1, 2. I have Carolyn Gavrinich, Sandy Santos, Julie Atlas, Sue Cope, and Victor.
Old Susan's watching.
Say what?
Old Susan is watching.
Old Susan. You even got to check out a Roger, which is really hard to do. Okay, I've got Carolyn G. Carolyn G. It looks like some of them are colored and some of them are white. So, Carolyn, you want colored or white? It looks like maybe only one of them is colored. Carolyn Gavrinich, colored or white? Sandy Santos, Juliet Liz, Sue Cobe, and Victor. Colored.
Okay.
Sue Cobe wants the colored one. She answered first.
Well, that one.
Okay. Sue Cobe wants the colored one. Okay. And then I have Sandy Santos.
Victor hasn't responded yet.
Julie Atlas,
No, he's there. He just got
FBI.
here.
She's like undercover. Don't let anybody know she attends our retreats. Okay. Sandy Santos, Victor, and Sandy's not watching. I doubt it. Let's see. One more. I have Cindy Gygax. Oh, she wasn't feeling. We're gonna give it to her because she was not feeling good.
Definitely got that.
Beverly Ann, she didn't respond. I don't think.
Didn't respond.
Did you see Beverly Ann respond?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Wow, that's like the first time in 8 years Beverly hasn't been on. I hope she's doing okay. Cindy Gygax, I know, is sick.
Oh, there she is.
Beverly Ann, she is?
I'm here. That's what it says.
Okay. That's Cindy Gygax, not Beverly Ann. Cindy Gygax, I already put it on Cindy's.
Oh.
Victor's like, I'm not napping. Not yet. Give us a minute. We'll put you to sleep. Phyllis Holmes, do you want this cute horse fabric? Phyllis Holmes.
Sure.
So remember, you get your names into drawings if you share. We love it when you share. If your share is set on private, then just post on here that you shared. Okay, I don't know about that, Christy, because Phyllis would have to pay attention to that, and I don't know that that's possible. Okay, I have Pump Up the Color HMQS 2009. I have one pennant, vintage pennant. Type in that you want the pennant, and we will. Kathleen says she shares each week. Okay, type in if you want the vintage pump. Victor wants it. Okay, here, we're just write Victor over new Susan's name. Okay. Okay. I have some more. I don't know why I ended up with so many HMQSs. I know I got them when they cleaned out Vicky's house. But here I've got several of these. If you want the Star Spangled 2012 home shopping pin, let us know.
I've caught up.
Diana, you bought stuff for sure. You definitely bought stuff. Star Spangled Banner 2012. I have several of these. If you want the Star Spangled Banner pin, I mean, some of you are collectors of pins, even if you didn't go to the event. So if you want that, I have several of those. Just type in Star Spangled Banner. I have Quilter Symphony HMQS 2014. If you want that, type in the Symphony, and we'll get your name on that. I have the 10th annual Home Machine Quilting Show. That's Amore for 2013. That's a cute little Star Spangled Banner. Jenny wants one of those. If you want the little cute heart one. Oh, Victor wants that one. Some of these I have multiple ones, so just type it in and we'll get it to you if we can.
Jenny, this was Jenny.
Yeah. No, that's Victor.
That's Victor. This one was Symphony. Was
No. Wait, here. This is, hang on a second. Okay. This is Victor, Jenny, Kathleen, Mary Mims, Mary Ellen. Okay, there's several of those. So put that on that one, and then I'll go through this bag of stuff. Okay, the heart one. The heart one goes to I think 10th annual. I think Victor was first. I think Victor's first. I'll go back and look. If I find more of them in here, I'll I know there could be even more like girls. Oh wait, here I've got more of those. Okay, I'll figure out who wants those tonight when I'm doing nothing better. Because I've got a couple of the hearts. I've got a couple more of that very first one I showed. I don't know. I've got a couple more of, what are they? The pump. It's a pump of something. Pump up the color. Pump up the color. I've got at least 3 of those. So if you want the pump up the color, just put in that you want the pump up the color. And then I've got several of the Star Spangled Banner ones. I've got a couple of the symphony ones for sure. And then there's more of them. Pump up the color. I've got, gosh, this is the Endless Mary Poppins bag. I've got some more. Here, this is a priceless prize. It's so old. It's from Christmas. Okay, we've got a wishing you a warm and cozy Christmas. We're getting a jump start on Christmas here. It's a card and a snowman ornament or template or something. Okay, who's the winner of that?
Carolyn G.
Carolyn Gavernich. Good girl. She's the winner. Do you still have the panel in back of you with the lion and giraffe? Yes. That was one of the first ones we showed today. Do you want me to throw it in your basket, Evelyn? Okay. We don't even know what's going on. Oh, you know, the winner of this last week didn't comment. So we have one more of the Klimt Lady in Gold. Don't be upset when you win this, and it's got 2 holes here because it was on the header of my sales rep. So it's got 2 holes here. So you're just going to have to cut that part off or applique a bumblebee on top of it or something. Who's the winner? Kathleen Rader. Well, see, Kathleen, you won for sharing. Okay, let's see. Joint, please. Mary Mans, we all want a joint, please. Okay. Joint, what do you really want, Mary Mans? Because I know that's not what you're asking for. Okay. Let's see.
I forgot what Evelyn wants.
She wants the giraffe panel it was like 01, 02, 03-ish. Okay, let's see. What time is it? Oh, we still have 6 minutes. Okay, we're going to go really fast through the Halloween line because we did not get it done. It's been on the sale for 2 weeks and we haven't done it yet. Okay, so hang on a second. We're going to go really quick. I wanted the panel. Which panel, Mary? Was it a giveaway panel? I'm not sure which one, Mary. I liked it better when you wanted a joint. That just was funnier. Okay, so we have the Halloween
The Klimt.
Oh, the Klimt panel. Oh, well, it went to Kathleen. So we have the fabric companies print me a cheater panel for the quilt that you're gonna cut and make. But so this, and usually I try to get them quilted before I show them to you. But if I waited at this point in my life, we could all grow old waiting on this. So this is what the quilt is gonna look like. It's pretty simple. Poor Doris. This is when being short, it really
It's
affects
really
you.
big.
It is, okay, wait, here, we can fold it down because the light gets cut off. So you've got some bats. Well, you can see how big it is. And you can see we're really struggling
Ooh.
here.
It's got cats. in
It's
the
got
middle.
cute little cats. I'm going to show you the pattern because you'll be able to see it a lot better. So if you want the kit is S54 for $60. S54 is for the kit. It will include the, oh, I didn't add the pattern. Wait a second. Before you take me on my word there, it's $72. That's what happens when you try to like fly by the seat of your pants and you get interrupted. Okay, here, I'm gonna, $72 includes the pattern, everything you need for the quilt top, and the binding, which is the creepy eyes. So S54 is $72 for the kit. If you want just the pattern is S55. The kit, the quilt is going to be 58 by 68. So as you can see, it's a pretty good size. And it says skill level is confident beginner. So S55 is $12 just for the pattern. If you want the kit, well, it was whatever that number was. This is the panel S56. If you want just the panel, and who doesn't want spooky cats? S56 is $11. S56 is $11. Cats on pumpkins. Ooh, that one's really looking at you. S56 is the panel. And then we have an apron panel also, and we have placemats. So if you do boutiques, this is a quick and easy project. S58 is $11 for the table runner panels, or you can also cut these up and do a log cabin around them for an easy quilt. S58 is $11 for the placemat panels.
So the kit was S54.
S54 is the kit. The apron is S57, and it makes also some oven mitts. So you've got 4 oven mitts if you want to use like a black or something coordinating for the background, for the back side. You could make 4 different ones. So you have gifts, then you have the cute little apron, and you have some mug rugs. So S57 is $17. $17. And then we have, I can tell Roger's like, you have 30 seconds, make it fast. Okay, here is the collection. So you've got cats with leaves, tossed pumpkins. You've got a cute little border print. The border print does not have the cats in it. It's just got pumpkins. This one I sold quite a bit of already when I put it out in the shop. It's got kind of scrolls with little hidden cats. The cat eyes are always super popular. In her line, the designer's line, she always does this, what do you call that print? Herringbone, or not a herringbone, but
The diamonds.
no. Yeah, it's kind of diamonds, but it's got a name. And then you've got the cats and the big packed pumpkins and some bats. So the collection is at $12 a yard, 10 pieces. 1 yards are $120. Harlequin, yes, you guys got it. S070 is 10 pieces for $120. 1 yard cuts. Half yards are $60. Fat quarters are $39. Then I'm going to show you the fabrics real quick. I know you're kind of fabriced out with all the Alexander Henry, but I literally have had this like numbered.
It's sitting over here.
I
for
have
3
changed
weeks.
the numbers at least twice. S67 is the cats on the cream background. Charity, you definitely do not have any of these. But this designer, her lines are very similar, so they all work together. We did have one of her older lines on a sale a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. We did the older line to clear it out so we could bring this one in. But all of her stuff looks very, very similar. She's gonna have to get a new look because we already have this. S67.
Does Christy want them, or does she want to put an S in front?
Can I get a yard of the orange cat and cat eyes? Yeah, she wants a, hang on, I'm going to get to it. She, S65, when I get it, I'll let you know. Your device is like mine, creating new words. S65 is the orange background with the cats. S65. S64 is the packed pumpkins. S64 is the packed pumpkins. S64. Christy, you're so funny. We always show the collection first and then the bolts individually. I try to do it consistently so you girls don't get confused. S66 is the pumpkins. S63 is the border print. S63 is the border print. S62 is the one Christy wanted. The S62 she wanted a yard of. S62 is the orange with the kitty cats. And then we've got the Harlequin print, which is a classic. The Harlequin print S61. And the bats S60. S60 is the bats. And then I didn't see the cat eyes. One bolt is MIA. Well, Roger cut this line. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. Okay, here's the full body cat S59. S59 is the full body cats. And the cat eyes, you can just type in cat eyes if you want cat eyes. Christy wants a yard of the cat head eyes. We have the bolts here somewhere. Who knows where? We should have a treasure hunt. The first customer to find the cat eyes wins a prize. So if you want the cat eyes, just type that in. We're real official here at Fabric Chicks. And S070 is if you want the whole collection, which is 10 pieces. And we've gone over our time limit, which is not allowed here at Fabric Chicks. The cameraman really frowns upon that. So we really want to thank you for joining us. We're really glad that you took time out of your day to spend your afternoon with us. If you're new to watching, we do this every Monday and Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Monday, we try to teach you something. We do a demo of some sort. Last Monday, we did a demo on how to get your embroidery designs to your project, onto your fabric. We showed 3 different ways: using press and seal, using a wash away stabilizer that you run through your printer, and using a light box. So if you need those lessons, go back and watch last Monday. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Go sew something. Go sew something and post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along. We love it when you